welcome to the NYXUS Podcast. I'm your host, Melany Nyx. Tonight, ThunderSleet. How you guys doing?
We're doing great. How are you guys doing?
I'm good. Can I get a quick introduction and what do you guys do in the band?
My name is Brandon. I'm the lead singer and songwriter, and that's basically what I do.
I'm Natalie. I'm the drummer.
I'm Jeff. I play bass and do backing vocals.
You also write some of the songs too.
Well, yeah, and Natalie writes some
Yeah,
of the songs.
don't
too,
sell yourself
yeah.
short.
Yeah, that's silly.
And we are ThunderSleet. If that wasn't apparent.
What's up, Matt? Matt is the audio engineer for the NYXUS Podcast. Good to see you tonight, Matt. Well, what's the story behind the band's name, ThunderSleet?
So several years ago, it was a cold winter in the Ozarks in Missouri, where we're from, and we had a phenomenon that happened with our weather that I'd never heard of before called ThunderSleet. It's where you get like a thunderstorm with the sleet and the frozen rain. And I thought to myself at the time that would make a good band name, and I locked that in my pocket until it was time when the band came forth, and that was the name for us.
Very cool. How'd you guys all meet? How did the band form?
I worked with Natalie. She actually is sorry, I'll turn off our sound. She is actually a band director. She has a musical background, and we became colleagues, and she was the first one that I turned to when I thought I wanted to jump into this musical endeavor. And Jeff, I work with his wife, and that's how we got hooked up, and we became best friends and started having adventures together, and haven't looked back since.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Do you guys come from an artistic family, or are you the odd one out of the bunch?
You want to start on this one?
Oh, well, like my family has always been involved in music in some facet or another. I mean, typically like church choir or, in marching band or something like that. But when I grew up and like wanted to explore other options, like being in bands was always an option for me and one that I loved. And I love the camaraderie. I love the collaboration, and that's what makes ThunderSleet what it is, really.
Talk about your background there.
I was one of the only musical ones in my family growing up. But I just always really loved it when I was in school and still love it as a teacher now.
My dad is also a musician. He does bluegrass and country and writes songs getting mad about things he sees on the news. So he's kind of that generation. So we share that. He plays every musical instrument, but I can't play. So we try to group up. And not pictured as our guitarist, Cody. He couldn't be here tonight and sends his wishes. So we can give a shout out. He's a virtuoso. And Cody, I hope you get better, buddy.
Hope you get better. Let's see. Fun question. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Oh.
My superpower I would like to have is the ability to sing. Because I don't have that gift right now. So, I mean, I would love to fly, but singing is really going to be up there for the future of ThunderSleet.
Go ahead, Natalie.
Yeah, I would love to drum. No, just kidding. I would say teleportation, just
Oh,
because.
that's a good one.
I love this question because mine is always manifestation, because like you can manifest anything and hey, I need to go to the bathroom. Bathroom right there you go. Or like, oh, I need a place to put my hose or hose reel. Bam. Like manifestation. That's my superpower. That's what I would like to have. I don't have
I
it.
would.
You know, I thought you had that.
No.
He has to deny it because people
Oh,
are
yeah.
watching. He can't
Yeah, we
say
don't
it.
know. I mean, we're finally getting UFO revelations, but it's not enough. Jeff is a non-human biologic.
I am not. Or am I?
If you guys could have a collaboration with any artist out there, who would it be? Dead or alive?
Oh, I'm ready for that one.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Oh.
Natalie, you got anything
I
back there?
have no idea.
I would really like to collaborate with Rush. They're one of my favorite bands, but only 70s/early 80s Rush, when they were still prog rock and investigating weird science fiction themes, and before they got too jazzy and weird in the 80s. That's my
Man, I don't know. Like, that's an interesting question because, like, I would like to bring somebody that was like a classical person into the world of electronic.
Okay.
So, like, I don't know. Like, I mean, you can go through the whole like Brahms, Mozart, Beethoven, whatever. But I'm a huge Beethoven guy, and like if you could give him like distortion, I think it would be like he would just like kill it. You know, like it was like, oh, you think like that last symphony was awesome? Listen to it now, like go, like and
That actually happened though. Bill and Ted's Excellent.
well,
Adventure.
sure, right, yeah. I
We
mean,
got
yeah,
a
you
taste
did.
of what
Like,
it would be.
dadgummit, you're right.
What's up, Mechanic A? I mean, with AI now, everything is possible. I would not even be surprised if you go on YouTube and you write Beethoven does electronic music, and you'd probably find something. There's Frank Sinatra singing Radiohead right now. So,
Oh,
I
really?
mean,
What song?
with-
What song is he singing?
Creep.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
With
Sinatra.
AI,
Yeah.
everything is possible with AI. It actually doesn't
man.
sound bad. I was like,
Really?
okay.
Huh.
Frank's way
What's
more
up,
of a
Josh?
creep than Tom.
He is probably really creepy. Is I'm a creep, and then it's like lingers out a little bit.
Yeah,
With the whole
Let's
jazz swing.
to check that out now.
Let's see. If you guys could have a tour with other artists, anybody, dead or alive, let's give you guys one band each, including ThunderSleet. Who are we going to see tonight?
Who are we going to tour with, or who are we going to see in concert?
Well, who are we going to see? Because we're going to see you guys, ThunderSleet, with three other bands.
Oh,
Three other
wow.
bands.
3 other bands. Let's see.
Dead or alive, you have the power to bring them back.
Bring them back. Is Parliament Funkadelic? Are they still all with us? Or,
That'd be awesome.
I mean, yeah.
That'd be a great show.
I choose Parliament Funkadelic.
All
What
right.
about you?
I don't know. I feel like I don't know.
I would choose. I guess like for the billing purposes, I would choose the Beatles. Like
Oh,
just
yeah.
to like so we get that money, right?
Beatles
But
money's good.
like or the Stones, like the Stones, like in a Beggar's Banquet kind of Stones realm. Like when they were like really funky and like bluesy and stuff like that. Maybe then. I don't know.
ThunderSleet may be going towards more funk in our next album.
I don't know, man. Like I'm down with that.
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with some funk music.
I agree.
We're still missing one band.
Oh, I don't know.
Come on,
I feel
Paloma.
like we have to say
Paloma.
like
She stays
I
in the
don't
back
know.
and she stays
I do.
quiet. Like,
Yeah.
maybe I'll
Funk
disappear.
a drummer.
Yeah.
Right?
Except the quiet part.
The drummers are used to being in the back. Step out of the shadows.
yeah,
Like Dave Grohl.
got it. I feel like we could say like AC/DC purely for the styling that we've taken from them.
Nice.
Yeah, we ripped off our song Wolf Bait directly from AC/DC, so I think that would be a good one to collaborate with Angus on.
As long as they didn't get upset.
Yeah. I don't think they get upset now.
I don't think so.
Until
I
the
mean-
Bond told us it was okay before he died.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Shh, it's our secret, guys. Shh, don't say anything. When it comes to creating music, what's the process?
So what I had done is starting with the genesis of this idea of ThunderSleet and being winter themed and that kind of phenomenon. I was snowed in for a couple days, and I just pictured this album in my mind, and I just wrote up a whole bunch of song titles that were like winter themed, something, just kind of like tongue in cheek, joking around. And then later I thought about writing out the lyrics to the song. So the lyrics came first, and then I turned over some of the titles to Natalie to try to get her to jump in on. And so it started with a concept and song titles, wrote out the lyrics. We have another shadow member that we call Sasquatch. He actually resides in British Columbia, and he does a lot of backing work for us, because when it started out, it was during COVID, like everyone's collaborating online, and we started out as a band that collaborates. Like, as far as like the Beatles, we did the opposite. Like, they toured first and then they went to a studio only band. We started as a studio only band. We thought, we'd learn from what they did and start over. So he would give some music back and forth. I get some ideas, then I'd bounce them off Jeff for some melodies and help me with some vocals and stuff. And then we would put it all together and work it out. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very cool. And you guys record it yourself, or do you guys go in the studio? Because it's big now to be able to record everything yourself. I heard that everything is easy except the drums, because drums.
Yeah,
You'd
that's
rather
true.
go in the studio for the drums, but everything else, a lot of people are doing it at home.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're talking about recording, like honestly, when you think about a drum sound, and there's a great Dave Grohl documentary about that studio that they recorded Nevermind in Los Angeles, and they talk about how big the sound of the drums are, because like they recorded in a big room, so it gives like sound the room to breathe. And make it really epic and giant. It's the same thing as like Zeppelin's, when the levee breaks, when they recorded in that big giant tower. So yeah, drums are definitely the hardest part of it. But we enjoy doing stuff like separately after the studio, like just in quiet spaces, like at homes and stuff. And just because we're comfortable and doing vocals and stuff like that there, room where we can get decent sounds and try to turn out really nice tunes. And yeah, recording at home is like, I encourage everybody to do it. It's gonna change everything, the way we think about music and how it's done. And there's no reason that somebody that is inspired shouldn't take that next step to go to record and find their voice, like in their own space.
Absolutely. And people would be surprised what you need. You don't need much. I mean, the first songs I recorded with my old band, I had a cell phone and I had a preamp and a microphone. I recorded my vocals that way in a homemade sound booth with blankets. And, and it didn't sound that bad. Send it to the producer. Producer was like, good stuff, For a home recording, I mean...
You can find ways around it. We first started recording in your bedroom.
Sure.
Because of the sheets and everything masking the sound, and so
and it was romantic.
And it was romantic. It was a romantic setting, which really helped with the feel of the music.
Well, and honestly, like I say all that, like you should definitely track and record at home, but find a very talented engineer to master your music and take it to the next level, and spend your money there, and not just like I don't know, going into a studio just to dork around for.
Can we give a shout out to Paul, who's helped us out?
Yeah. Paul Carabello is our mastering guy, and
formerly of the Ataris.
Yeah, he's with the Ataris, like back in the day, and a good friend of mine, and he's just a swell. Just like one of the best human beings on the planet, and helped us out a tremendous amount.
If he can make our stuff sound decent, he's a master.
I mean, that's like
he's really good at what he does. Yeah.
I mean, let's take some time and listen to that to see what you guys are doing and what he's done with your music. Let me just set it up. Do you guys want to listen to Snow Soul first or Frostbit by Love first?
I like
your
Snow
choice.
Souls.
We'll do some Snow Souls first. This just kicks in there.
Montage.
All right. Sounds good. Here we go, guys.
Long day, driving the snowplow. Can't see anyway how I'll make it to mine tonight with snow. So I'm not making a clear path, working, scraping to fight winter's wrath. Thunder and sleet, they are all coming, screaming around me. Forecast says more is coming. This maelstrom's freezing the plumbing. Ain't gonna be no angels here in the snow. The snow is deadly. The snow came today, but I plow at night. Sing me your sweetest song and turn out the light. Don't care what's wrong, don't care what's right. All I wanna hear you sing is you'll be mine tonight with snow. Burning with passion, fast turn. Streets are clear now, iron. And I just have to make it through this freezing weather. Right now, snow came today, but I plow at night. Sing me your sweetest song and turn out the light. Don't care what's wrong, don't care what's right. All I wanna hear you say is you'll be mine tonight with snow.
Here we go, guys.
Wow.
That was a banger, man.
Air, we got
That's even better than I
air
remember.
drums. Oh, come on, guys. It's good. It's a headbanger. Come on. Mechanic Ace says, if you don't mind me asking, how much roughly does it cost to get mastered?
Oh.
I think it depends on who you're working with. I mean, everybody has
absolutely.
their price.
Yeah, we were fortunate enough to have a close friend of mine do it for us. Probably got a little bit of a discount, but like mastering can, it also depends. Like, are you going to do it for digital release? Or are you going to do it for vinyl release? Like, if they have to master for both of those, then that's a totally different thing. They got to do it twice, kind of. I would love to answer that question, but I don't want to lowball anybody that's doing a really great job out there. And so find a really good person that's got a really good resume and go with it. Like that's what I'm going to say about that.
There's plenty of people out there that are doing
Sure.
it, that are Matt here, you could always talk to Matt. You'll probably find him a little higher in the comments. He audio engineers the podcast. He's done a bunch of music too. We have another few people. Check out Mojo Studio MS. There's a bunch of people. I can't give you prices because, like you said, I don't want to lowball anybody,
Right,
and I don't want to. So just check in with Matt. See, he's right there. And Matt can see what he can do for you, and you guys talk. Your business.
That's a great question, though.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
Absolutely. It's why I like to do the lives, because then people can ask questions, people can get a little more interactive, and it's fun. I like it. An evil curse is placed on you guys. All of a sudden, you can only listen to the same song for the rest of your life.
Oh, jeez.
What song are you listening to?
Oh. Buckaroo by Buck Owens and his Fabulous Buckaroos.
Really?
You know, when I'm well into my cups, I start calling, or hollering as my family says, for Buck Owens. There's just something about it, and that's an instrumental song, so you don't have to worry about the vocals, and there's just something about that song, that Bakersfield sound.
I did not see that coming.
Just popped into my head out of nowhere.
There you go.
Yeah.
Come on, Paloma.
I mean, there's not really any good reason for it. And I like a song called 30 by Bad Flower. I just like it. I don't think I'll ever get tired of it.
Oh man. So one song, that's it.
One song.
I'm gonna go with, oh boy, "The Nurse Who Loved Me" by Failure. Great band, perfectly mixed. I love Ken Andrews. I'm gonna go with that.
All right. Chris is here, says you guys kick ass. If y'all like trash metal, check out my band, Bare Knuckle Bra, and all singles, Divide and Conquer.
Nice.
We will check that out.
We will.
For sure. Stick around and check out their second song, and then we can return the favor. There we go.
There we go. Knuckle brawl.
Yeah, I think we should have a thrash metal bare knuckle brawl.
That's like a fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs.
Yeah, there we go.
We challenge you to fisticuffs.
But I'm sure it'll be
Yeah,
lovely,
yeah,
like in a loving way.
yeah. We could settle it like with the original Nintendo Ninja Turtles game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see
I'm
who can
Donatello though.
disable the bomb.
Okay.
I got Leonardo. Who you got?
Okay. Yeah.
The other one.
Yeah. She's actually Splinter. She's secret.
She's Master
secret.
Splinter.
Yeah, she's Master Splinter.
I mean, there could be worse one. You could be like Shredder or something.
Oh.
Ooh, we wouldn't work with a shredder.
Chris says we're recording a song this month called Fisticuffs.
Ah, nice man. Lovely. That's a great song title.
That's great. That's great.
Ours would have to be like
Has to be winter themed.
What is it like when you frostbit?
Frosty Knuckles.
Frosty Knuckles, yeah.
We'll make ours go frost. We have a lot of frost giant, frostbit by a lot of Frosty Knuckles.
Frosty Knuckles.
We got a theme going.
Yeah.
I think I caught on. I think I caught on to the cold theme. What's your life motto?
Ooh.
Oh, God.
These are. I wish I would have studied more.
Mine is have as much fun as possible all the time, and don't be afraid to take risks, and don't be afraid to shoot for the stars because you might hit the moon. How about
That
that?
sounds really good.
I just did that.
I'm writing this down.
Put that on a. Yeah, I was gonna say put
Yeah.
that on a Hallmark card.
I think I ripped
something.
I think I ripped most of that off though.
This is why we record in your bedroom sometimes.
Yeah, well, you know.
Somebody whispers in my ears. Do you have a life motto?
I guess I would say like I can do hard things. Yeah. I don't know. That's kind of all I got.
I mean, I just roll with it, like, whatever. Like Diamond Dave said, you got to roll with the punches to get to what's real. So just roll
Fuck
with
it.
it. I can't
Matt
kick
says-
as high as he can.
Matt
But-
says, "Fuck it, it all work out." There you go.
There you go.
That's very true, Matt.
I mean, as far as a life thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's like I've been a million different things in my life, really random stuff. So I just go and roll with it and have that life experience and move on to the next thing.
I mean, it's a good way to go about life. That way, at least you kind of try to enjoy every moment, even though sometimes it's, a little harder to enjoy.
Yeah.
What's the plans for the next coming months?
We've got some new stuff that we're working on. Every good band needs a stomping and clapping anthem. So we've got one called ThunderSleet Anthem that we're working on. It's not going to win any Grammy awards for the writing, but you want something at a show, like when we play Wembley.
Right.
What was that, 2025?
I mean, it's what we're
Scheduled.
scheduled, yeah.
Probably Wembley in 2025. We want something that people can stomp and clap to, so that's that. But shockingly, and this is a big spoiler for ThunderSleet fans, we might be going in a different direction with our sophomore album. So the first album is called Blizzard Warning, which I actually happen to have here with our Yeti, who is our logo, and it's all winter themed. Blizzard Warning, but our second album is going to be called Global Warming, and it's all going to be hot themed. things. So it shows our
Poor
versatility.
Yeti.
Yeah,
Are you
he's
gonna
gonna
put
be
him
really
on
hot.
ice?
He's gonna be hot. No, he's gonna try. Check out the tropics.
He's gonna suffer.
He may have to shave.
Yeah, probably. He's
A
gonna
bunch
have
of
to get his
ice packs.
grooming
right.
in
Cooler and
order.
ice packs.
Yeah, swamp cooler going.
Sure.
How would you guys define success as an artist?
Oh god.
For me, like what I think about is in England they had the old grey whistle test, which the idea was they would play some songs, and if the old graybeards outside would whistle the tune of it, like if somebody was singing your song or getting in their head, then you had a success. So if we make a song that people sing along to or like how it sounds and sing it themselves, that's success for me.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And it's like, and sometimes like just seeing a project through from start to finish is success. Like no matter what genre, no matter what kind of music you're doing, you get with a bunch of people and they collectively have an idea, you do it, and then you see it through. That's success. And like we're not getting rich off this, man, but my soul is. And I totally appreciate that, and so that's what I try to attach myself to. That's why I'm here with these people, is like it makes my soul rich, and that's success to me.
Yeah, just sharing music with another person and creating something and bouncing back and forth ideas, like it's so great to see that. Right now.
Yeah.
That's right. Also back to the Beatles reference, I would like to say, as a very progressive band, it was several years before the Beatles let Ringo write any songs, but two of them right off the bat are our very own drummer, Wet Shoes Blues and Frost Giant.
Boom.
She's so quiet back there. Somebody give her drumsticks or something. I don't know. Take her on something. What made you become a musician? By the way, Amanda says your mug is awesome.
Thank you. This is Tom Bombadil.
Shiny.
We all have mugs. This is made out of horn, actually. So we all have giant medieval mugs because that's how ThunderSleet drinks. But thank you for the compliment.
So what was the question? Like,
I don't remember. What are we doing?
What made you want
Oh,
to
what made
become
you
a
come
musician?
Oh, yeah.
I almost forgot to. Don't worry. That's why I was like, oh, fuck.
Natalie's gonna go first
long
this
week.
time. Natalie,
Yeah.
what
Okay.
made you go become a
Get in there.
I joined band when I was in like 5th grade, and I just took it because I didn't want to study hall, and I ended up really liking it, and then it became my career. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
join band?
Join band. I mean, my kid's in band and she fucking loves it. And she's in percussions too. So
Oh, nice.
we have a drum set here in the back building. So the noise is over there. She can go ahead and do whatever she wants in the back building. She won't right now because there's little spiders and she's afraid
Ooh.
of them. So spiders kill music. Like, no, there's
Yeah, that's
spiders. I
true.
don't.
Yeah, you don't want to mess around with spiders.
So like how old is she?
13.
Oh, 13. Oh yeah. So she's playing set already, right?
She's playing a bunch of stuff. She's playing
Yeah.
little. It's not a xylophone. She's gonna kill me if she hears me call it a xylophone. But it's
It's like bells or like
Yeah. Okay.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I would like to
Maybe
point out
music.
with Natalie too, so maybe that would get us to talk more. As though she is the drummer, her real passion, and this is going to be featured more in global warming, is the saxophone.
Oh, very nice.
She's, saxophone. It was strong in rock and roll. In the early '60s, kind of fell out for a while. Came back in the '80s.
Yeah, Huey Lewis in the
Then
news.
got on again. Yeah,
Like, come on.
don't forget the news.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna bring it back.
Well, I mean, she's a double threat. like
Yeah.
percussion and wood.
She can play the saxophone and play the drums at the same time. I've heard.
That's what we're
Is
going
that
after.
true?
We'll see.
That's why we got that 25.
Yeah, we haven't fact checked it yet.
I'd like to see. I'm not sure how that would happen, without hands. Maybe just like
You can
double pedal saxophone.
Oh.
and-
I don't know, man. Like you do like the top register on one hand,
Jeff
and then
Lundberg can
like
do it with one arm.
snare and
Yeah.
hi hat on one, and you still got your hands. So I think it's doable. Like,
This
That's
man
gonna
that
be a
played.
TikTok video.
I mean,
What-
that
what did she play? Did she play alto or tenor?
alto or tenor. Let's wait for the answer. I wish I had a
Uh-oh.
little Jeopardy music thingy too.
I love this live interaction. That's fun.
She probably got busy with the baby. Alto.
Alto, lovely.
We're in the
she's
same
a-
house.
A Charlie Parker fan. Oh, she's just over there. Okay, lovely.
There's two instruments that I enjoy a lot, even in rock music. It is sax and violins. I don't know why both of them pull at my heartstrings and make me feel all happy, even if it's a really sad song. It's like my heart's happy.
Sure.
What accomplishments do you guys would like to see yourself doing in the next 5 years musically?
I would like to have a full length album. You know, with ours is kind of a short and it's an abbreviated first take, but I mean the songs are so good that you don't need a full album. But I would like to have one that has like a lot of filler, like that you would have to skip through on your Discman to get to the songs you really like. If you have enough songs that you can put, that's what I would like to do.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna go with that. I can't top that.
If you have enough songs that people can skip through and still,
Well, right, like you know,
Okay.
if you're in like the skip through zone, you know, I mean, we all have heard those albums.
yeah,
Like we're like, yeah, deep,
pretty
you know,
good.
like yeah, or whatever you do now, like you know, like I don't know.
But
Yeah.
you can't sacrifice quality for quantity. You know.
Sure,
what I
I
mean?
agree.
So,
Can't you?
I mean, I would like. Okay. This is. Here's my answer. I would like to do. This is brand new, man.
Oh,
I would like to do a 4-seasoned, like, themed,
Oh yeah,
like, record, like about all 4 seasons,
Yeah.
and like it comes back to winter at the end.
yeah. It comes to the very end.
Because like you know, if we do the summer thing, you know, like we
Like
got all that
Blizzard
stuff.
Warning.
But like
Yeah.
we do all 4 seasons. It's basically Vivaldi at
I
that
like
point.
that.
Like
I like how Finnegan's Wake begins and ends in the middle of the
Ex-
same sentence.
exactly. Boom.
That's a literary.
That's what I want to do. Check.
I mean, it depends. Winter's coming. Yes, winter's coming.
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
it depends on where you live, because in North Carolina we don't have 4 seasons.
How many seasons do you have?
I come from the north, so there's no winter here. What they call winter is pretty much like fall for me. It doesn't get cold enough. We don't have snow here.
Oh,
See,
What is
we
y-
have 2 seasons:
That's
that's
it.
it.
hot
What is?
and too hot.
Yeah, yeah. We're there too.
See, hot and hotter. See, that's right, Matt. You know it. You know it. Well, let's try to get a little chilly here and listen to some Frostbite Love, and then we'll come back and talk about the music. Enjoy.
Let my heart unprotected out in the cold. My life was disconnected, nothing to hold. Then my eyes saw a vision, a lady in white. It was a love collision freezing bite. Frostbitten by love. Frostbitten by love. Frostbitten by love. Frostbitten by love. In the beginning it was so very nice. The world up ahead was just ours, sugar and spice. We flew on wings of passion, heaven above. But then she lost compassion, shot down the dove. Frostbitten by love. Frostbitten by love. Frostbitten by love. Frostbitten by love. There was a blizzard warning, it darkened the sky. My soul went into mourning, too cold to cry. I heard a distant thunder coming for me.
Most popular song.
The devil
Our most
must
popular
have
song.
his plunder, I'll never be free. Frostbitten by love. Frostbitten by love. Frostbitten by
I don't know what that is. Matt's gonna be able to- Frostbitten by love.
Well, welcome back. I saw you
Oh.
guys disappear and come back.
Yeah, sorry. It started thundersleeting here.
If we get above a certain temperature, we disappear. We're getting close.
It is because it is thundersleeting. I get it. I
Yeah,
completely understand. What was this song inspired by? Obviously something cold.
Yeah, everyone needs like a dark, melancholy love song, especially one that calls back the other songs and titles of your album. So we were kind of that one. I'm not gonna lie, was a little Guns N' Roses inspired.
True.
So
I was gonna say a little November Rain.
yeah, it's a little Guns N' Roses inspired.
Well,
But,
more like Don't Cry.
you know, Axel kind of is my hero because now he can't sing and I
True.
can't sing, but we can both be very melodramatic in our music. So we come together like that.
There we go. Who is you guys' influences? Like what artist would you say that influence your music, your way of writing?
Come on, Paloma.
I gotta think for a second.
Okay, I'll go first. So mine change like day to day. I just like ingest music like, you know, I should ingest greens and vegetables. But like right now, probably like super into like Mark Lanigan for some reason, and like uh, uh, Band of Horses, like a little alt country kind of thing going on there. Um, which I mean, I love all genres. Like as far as like metal is concerned, like I always go back to Tool, Deftones, Faith No More, Soundgarden, um, those kind of guys. But like, it's fun. I just heard the Rat Boys. Somebody sent me that yesterday, and I listened to their record. Two female vocalists, or maybe one. I don't remember. Um, Amazing, like really good stuff. And so like, it's just like a Rolodex of stuff. Like I don't know if anybody knows what that is anymore. I'm showing my age.
Rolodex.
Yeah, right. Like, so it's like okay, I'll say it like this. It's like a Tinder app where you're just like boom, 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 boom. You're like, oh, I'll do that one for a while. Yeah, like I don't know, like it's always changing, but that's who I'm into now and who I was before. So
Showing
you
you.
still use one? Nice, lovely.
What about you guys?
Are you ready yet?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think when it comes to writing lyrics, I feel like maybe this is a little silly, but I feel like I kind of look to like musicals a lot. Like I think our album is a lot of like our songs are all a lot of like storytelling and not just. I mean, it has repetition, but that's not all it is. So I almost feel like I listen to musical soundtracks, which I do, and then kind of like just twist it into a rock format. But in terms of lyricism, more of a storytelling aspect.
One of the greatest and most underrated bands of all time, They Might Be Giants. One of my very favorite bands because they can make lyrics that are kind of melancholy and have depth, but the on the surface it sounds so stupid that you don't even realize that there's that inner level to it. So I really like them, and I mentioned Rush, and one of my biggest inspirations for ThunderSleet was actually Spinal Tap because I love the idea of a fake real band because at first ThunderSleet was not very real at all. It was just an idea and just kind of like a send up and a tongue in cheek thing. But then we started doing all our own stuff and making our own songs, which was the way with Spinal Tap. They actually did their own stuff, even though it was kind of a piss take of the metal industry. And Ronnie James Dio, who gets a shout out in Snow Souls, is one of my all-time favorites. So that's something.
Absolutely. Good musicians. I mean, great big losses, that's for sure. But along with a lot of other ones. And I feel like because of our age, like it's all the good ones are leaving, like a lot of the good ones, should I say, are leaving because of their age, and it's like big tragedies, big, like so I mean, let's see. Betty White made it pretty far, so did Bob Barker.
did.
So.
Yeah,
Right.
they're pretty good.
Yeah, it's hard, right? Like as a musician, you're a musician, right? So like when you feel that loss, like I can remember exactly where I was when I heard Chris Cornell die. I was driving in Mississippi, like going down the highway, and somebody texted me. He's like, "Hey, that happened." It's weird when you get older and like you have all these feelings attached to entities that you grew up with and were part of you, and you shared with other people, and like it made you like a tribe, right? And then they're gone. I mean, like Lane Staley, I remember when he was gone, like we had like a party because of it,
Yeah.
and so it's like it's sad, and it's like one of those weird kind of parts of growing up that you as a musician you really didn't see coming, like
It's because of
yeah.
the memories. It's because
Right.
of what we
Yeah.
cherish. It's one of the questions I have. What song reminds you of your childhood? What song connects to your childhood? There's a lot. There's always a lot of songs. But pick an age. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I grew up on a lot of Michael Jackson. So when Michael
nice.
Jackson passed, I could not believe it. It took me like at least a year, I think, to actually believe. Like I was like, it's a bad joke. It has to be.
No.
Like he was gonna tour, he was gonna, and it wasn't, but
No.
like
Prince,
and
David Bowie, like they're
Yeah,
gone.
right.
It just sucks,
David
man.
Bowie knew. David Bowie
Yeah.
was telling us with the song he
Yeah.
released, he was telling us
Yeah.
goodbye.
Yeah.
Like that's as fans, when you listen to the music and you dig a little deeper, a lot of them kind of knew. A lot of them had a feeling Bowie was really sick.
Yeah.
Chester, you can hear the pain in
Sure.
all of his
Yeah.
songs.
Oh yeah.
So, mental health is a big and important thing here at the NYXUS Podcast. So, like I say at every episode, please, if you do feel like you need to talk, there is lines if you don't want to talk to somebody that you know. There is my inbox anytime for anybody. I'd rather take an hour, 2 hours with you guys now than to have to hear bad news in a few days.
988 is suicide hotline, at least in the United States. So make sure everybody knows that they can always call.
There you go. There you could talk to somebody that doesn't know you, that will not judge you. They are there just to sit down and have a talk with you. So, yeah, it always gets a little heavy, but it is very important to talk about. We want to kill the stigma, especially for men. Women too suffer a lot, but men were always told to shut up and to man up, and boys don't cry. And we are trying to kill that stigma because everybody's allowed to have feelings.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
So, if we dig into your memories, what song brings back a joyful moment
Oh, wow.
in your life?
Yeah, one, Jeff.
Okay, so my parents, like, I thought oh, sorry. was
I read
reading-
somewhere online that Michael Jackson was still alive. So is
Oh.
Elvis and a lot of them.
Yeah,
they're hanging out
I was
together.
not privy to that.
Yeah. They're together.
Okay, so like I grew up in a very musical household. Like as far as like my parents listening to music, Billy Joel was one of the things that they listened to the most, which I know is like a weird thing to say, like coming from like a ThunderSleet standpoint.
Our influences really don't shine through in the ThunderSleet.
I don't. Like,
We would, if we were in ThunderSleet, we wouldn't necessarily just listen to ThunderSleet. So just put that out there.
I bet that dude likes Billy Joel.
If the mood
Like-
is right.
No, like so, like I can remember like my mom and dad like putting like that jam box that like you could press record and play at the same time and like record the sound from the TV like for live concerts and stuff. Like I had like live concert things from Billy Joel like through cable, like on cassette tape that I would just listen to over and over. And it's wild, right? And so a buddy of mine knew the current lighting guy for Billy Joel. I got to go to Coors Field, I think it was like 2019, like just before the pandemic, and watch him play. And so like my memory of a song that I heard when I was a kid was Scenes from Italian Restaurant, and which is a fantastic song. And I stood there with my wife and watched him play that. And we were in a great, like we were underneath like the like front of house like PA tent and stuff, like had great seats, and like we just stood there and watched it. And I was like thinking about like all the times that I heard it before, and I was like, man, this has been 300 years later, and now I'm watching him do it.
Yep.
So like that's mine. Beat that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taking it up a notch.
Great. Oh, easy. The first thing I think of with my childhood is the song "Just Somewhere Over the Rainbow," the version by Is. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
my
wow.
dad listened to that a lot, just when we were, I don't know, just listened to it a lot. So I every time I hear the song, even if it's not that version, I just think back to like, I don't know, hearing him playing it around the house or whatever. And yeah.
It's regarded as the greatest song of the 20th century.
That's a
Somewhere Over
pretty
the
good
Rainbow.
song, man.
I think that's pretty good.
Beat that.
Well, as a child, I remember when that came out. I wasn't a kid, but Natalie's the baby. Cody's
older than me.
Cody's older than you. So as a child of the '80s, like I can remember like nothing more '80s than we were in my mom's Trans Am. She had like an '85 Trans Am with the T-tops out with Def Leppard's Hysteria playing. There's just something about Hysteria, like it was just so smooth. Like the late '80s, some of that rock just kind of started smoothing out a little
That's a
bit.
great record.
And yeah, Hysteria, that whole album, Def Leppard, it's one of my best childhood musical memories.
That's awesome. It's nice to see what people grew up on and what sparks memories and what they play now musically. It's always very different. It's fun to see. All right, unpopular opinion question. What band is a no-no? Like what band? What band do people love that you're like, eh? Like I'll go first. The Beatles. I
like the
cannot relate. I cannot relate. They're good. I mean, I cannot deny the talent. I just it can't relate to the music.
Oh man, that's hard. I hate to say anything bad about anybody,
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say anything bad about Taylor Swift, but
but the world must be cleansed of the
yeah.
Swift. I mean, did I say that? Did I say that?
I think
We're on the same
Beyonce
page.
is a little overrated.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I don't know. I'm just a grumpy old man at this point. Any music made post like 2002, I'm like, what is this?
Like I've been working for the weekend, but not for that weekend.
Yeah, that's true. Not
No,
that
man,
weekend. Yeah,
no.
he's lost in the mirrors at the Super Bowl.
Right,
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Like, I've been there in the fun house.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's not just modern stuff. Like one we talked about that I think is also overrated is the Rolling Stones. Like they had some good stuff
dude,
Yeah.
I hate.
in the '70s. You know.
I mean,
They had a little
Nickelback
bit of
is very, very.
I mean, that's like shooting the duck that like goes.
I thought you were Canadian. Aren't you supposed to
that's
support your
easy.
native artists?
Listen,
Like-
Alanis Morissette.
Alanis
Alanis
Morissette.
Morissette all the way. I will support
Oh,
Alanis. I'll go as far as Shania
Yeah, go
Twain, but
I can't go that far.
there's there are
Jagged
Canadians
Little
that
Pill, though.
Jagged Little Pill's like
That's
yeah.
a great album.
That's
I. Alanis Morissette is absolutely an icon. Like
We're
I agree.
Americans, so Alanis Morissette just spontaneously manifested with Jagged Little Pill. We didn't know about her before with her
that's
roots and
fine.
stuff,
It's her best album. To be honest, it is.
Oh, dude.
All the
I
best
don't know, but what's
songs
that
on
one song on the You're Uninvited?
Oh, Uninvited. That's the name of the
that
song.
song
Yeah.
kills.
That's a good song,
It's not
too.
on that album.
No, it's not on that one.
Wasn't that for a movie?
Yeah, it was for like Ghost of. Oh boy, you're asking me to recall
That one I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to look that up. It's like Ghost of something.
I don't know. Was Nicolas
But-
Cage in it?
I think Nicolas Cage is in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Was
That
it
seems right.
City of Angels?
Oh, that's it. That's it. You got
that
it.
was in
Bam.
it. With the Goo Goo Dolls.
With
we
the
had
Goo
in
Goo
that?
Dolls.
Oh,
And, yeah.
Johnny Resnick.
Okay, so my vote is Goo Goo Dolls. Done.
took-
You don't like the Goo?
I mean, there's only so many things you can play in the rain.
That's true.
You know, like it's not ThunderSleet.
Eh, that's true.
Right?
It's not the same.
That's not the same at all.
There's no ice. There's too much
Yeah,
water.
right. Like, it's
Oh.
too much water, and like you got the hair, and like
I won't tell no one your name.
there's only three
So,
of them. I don't know.
I like the Goo.
There's
Like
only
the-
3 of them.
That's right.
At least there's three of us.
Yeah. Hey,
Damn it.
Well, there's
Better-
4, but one's only here in
Oh,
spirit.
That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah. We
There
love
we
you.
go.
We love you, Cody. Will you be with us if you
Oh,
could?
yeah. And we got
I mean,
five.
he's not dead yet.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
on the brink.
He's almost dead.
He's right
He,
there.
he has the Black
We
Death.
should call
Yeah.
He got a man cold or something?
I think
Oh.
I think the bubonic plague.
him. Yeah.
He,
He got bit by a rat.
he was on a wooden sailing ship recently.
Right. I mean, which
And,
you don't
like,
do.
that
Like, but
doesn't
it was like a
usually happen.
vacation thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not sure. Oh, I think we've said too much.
Okay. Sorry.
Sorry, Cody.
We can edit that out.
There's
Yeah,
a
let's-
pending.
We're
there's a
live.
Oh,
We're
live.
live.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Sorry. We can't
Right.
do it.
Okay, so if anybody out there is a rock and roll guitarist that likes ThunderSleet's sound, give us a call. We'll probably be in the market soon.
How do you guys think social media changed the game in the industry?
Oh, that's this guy. That.
Oh, man.
I don't get it.
It's crazy how much it changed. Like, I mean, you can just get out there and you start connecting with people. And ThunderSleet Online, like all these great bands just out there in it for the music, and they're always so happy to like, share for a share and all that. And so I think that it's great. I mean, like social media, as far as people being anonymous and being hateful and stuff on there, there's a dark underbelly of it, but there's also like, it takes away, like it's not just the music industry and like the executives now. Like if you want to make some music and get it out to the world, even if it's a few dozen or a few hundred, few thousand people, you can get it out there and don't have to go through the man, as it were. So I think in that respect it's pretty awesome.
For sure, it makes a lot of people being able to take out music, and it gives me the chance to be able to do this. Doing interviews back then, you think of MTV, like,
Oh yeah,
you
Kurt
had
Loder
to meet
was
up.
my man.
You had to meet up, they had to meet up at the studio to record. Now we're just, all right, click a button and we're all sitting together and we're talking.
Yeah, and we only lost
Well-
connectivity once
Yeah.
so far.
Which is not too bad.
That's not bad.
Yesterday, me and my guest were not able, it's twice in a row now that we try to talk and we are not able to stay connected for some reason.
Oh wow.
Oh, well, hang in there, guest. And
It's the internet. Damn you, the internet gods
Oh,
that are
man.
stopping us from talking. The
Al
universe
Gore.
does not. Does not.
I
Let's
agree.
see.
It's Al Gore's fault.
Okay.
It's
Is that
Al
who?
Gore.
Is that who I have to blame now?
Yeah, well, he invented the internet,
Well, I mean,
so it's kind of his fault. And there's the whole man bear pig thing, and it's like I can't get into it
oh,
right now.
shit.
Sorry. This has just loosened my tongue, so I have to watch it.
That's the ThunderSleet juice.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll be nearby. They're gonna take me over to Langley, to the headquarters, and I'll be
We'll
locked
say
up
hi.
for a while. Yeah, we'll say hi on the way through.
Palomo's coming.
Yeah.
Well, we're nearing the end of the interview. Where can we find you guys on social media?
All right, we are on Facebook. I believe it's ThunderSleet Rocks is facebook.com / on the World Wide Web, http colon 2 backslashes facebook.com / ThunderSleet Rocks is our social media, and we're on YouTube.
Yeah.
Although usually, unless the best way is to like type in a specific song, because otherwise it's just like hours and hours of videos of thunderstorms that will come up because they're more popular
Right.
than our band.
Yeah, right.
So I'm gonna try googling a specific song.
And on all major streaming platforms
Yeah,
as
we're on
well.
Spotify, Apple Music, and all that.
Yeah.
So
Where can we
We're-
get the merch?
the merch we have an online store somewhere. Storefrontier.com / ThunderSleet Rocks. We're only used to spending money on ThunderSleet. We're not used to making money. So
But if you want to buy a shirt, that would be awesome.
yeah, storefrontier.com / ThunderSleet Rocks. And you can buy sweet T-shirts like this with our Yeti logo.
I mean, that
on
Yeti
there.
is pretty fucking cool,
It's
guys.
Thank
amazing,
you.
man.
It's pretty
And
fucking-
we're working on getting our CDs published. We have like I said, a limited edition just as a visual of our Blizzard Warning album, and with all of us on the back being really awesome.
It's very cool. The art is amazing.
Oh, thank
The,
you. Mark Thomas is the one who designed this, the artwork for the front, and Shannon Alexander did our photography.
Yep.
I want to make sure we mention everybody. I know it's not the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame awards.
I mean, no.
If you
I kind of feel like it is.
If you forget somebody, it kind of is. I mean, some people are in there that really shouldn't be. So maybe one day we should be in there.
Go ahead and give your shout outs, guys.
Yeah.
It's always important to appreciate the people around you.
You almost made me spit up my drink.
The spit take.
I mean, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, where they induct people that don't even do rock.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Dolly Parton herself said it. Why did you guys
Yeah.
nominate me? I've never put out a rock album. Like
Hot
and-
take.
Yeah, and I love Dolly Parton, but yeah,
Dolly
Rock and
Parton
Roll Hall
kicks
of
ass.
Fame, like
But Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Probably not.
That's why she said it herself. Like, why
Yeah.
am I, Now she made a rock video. She was like, well, if you're going to give me something for rock, I'm going to make rock music. So she
I mean,
made
like
rock
now,
music.
Yeah.
like I feel like we should give her that.
Yeah,
Just
now that
simply
she has
because
it.
she said like no, and then
Hold
made
on.
a rock album, and they're like okay,
Yep.
Dollar, you're
Well,
good.
another hot take: the only Hall of Fame that matters is the WWE Hall of Fame.
Well, that's true.
I think that's the only one that
Oh.
matters.
I mean, I love wrestling. Do you guys
mean-
watch the cage match with Trish and Becky?
Oh
here we
yeah,
go.
I'm a big pro wrestling fan from way back. We got Roddy Piper on the wall. He's my man. Another
I
one that's
mean-
been lost to the ages. But yeah, pro wrestling.
I-
Sometimes
I-
they take people out of the Hall of Fame, like when Hulk
Yes.
Hogan says bad things, and then they wait 3 years to put him back in, and he's currently back in. So I mean, you never know, but
Oh, shit.
you got Ric Flair, you got all the good.
This timeout. Woo!
That's right. Time out, Hulk Hogan.
They're in timeout. You did bad, Hulk Hogan. Timeout.
Yeah.
No rock and roll. No rock and roll. Could you imagine Hulk Hogan in the Rock and Roll Hall of
Oh
Fame?
yeah, well yeah, he played. He had that real American. Yeah, as a wrestling fan, I'll say this too, and he can come and fight me if he wants to with his pythons, but he wasn't that great of a wrestler.
Probably not.
He was good at popularizing and making it good, but
Yeah.
the leg drop is your finisher. That's the worst finisher of all time. You're just sitting down.
He was there for
Basically.
the show.
Yeah,
It's just-
that's true.
Do you have any idea what he's talking about?
No, sorry, I'm going rogue here.
Ah.
Trust me, Hulk Hogan is
Maybe-
not the best wrestler of all time.
Maybe we'll have a special episode just on WWE, so we can bring a bunch of
you
people
guys-
to
yeah.
argue about it.
One of our songs on Global
Oh,
Warming
I'll
can be called SummerSlam.
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 Oh, there we go. There's the
Yeah.
first single.
There we go.
There you go. Write it down. Write it down quick so you don't forget.
Oh shit.
Well, we're at the end of the episode. Before I let you go, though, I always have a question that I ask every one of my guests. Without fail, last question for the episode, which is the NYXUS question. So here it is. If you had a chance to sit down with a younger version of yourself at any age, what would you tell yourself? Could be advice, it could be a warning. I mean, not to invest in Apple or stock investments or out of the no.
That's true. What's that sports betting book that Marty McFly wanted to take back? I want to do that. You got something, Joe?
Why do I have to go first? Okay. So
Because you're the fast. You keep answering
you're-
first.
you're
So
on
they're
there.
like,
Yeah, I do.
okay, go.
okay, yeah. My thing would be, wow. At age 14, when I first started writing lyrics and I first started thinking about what it would be like to be in a band, and I would go back and I would tell myself, don't worry about how good you think other people will accept it. Worry about how good you think it is. And I think that would help me a ton. And don't try to copy people. Be yourself, do your thing, and you're going to be okay. That's it. Don't drink too much. That was the other one.
Very good advice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good advice for sure.
Scoop forward again.
Yeah, come on.
I think I would just tell teenage me that everything will be all right and that I do not need to stress about every single thing that I stressed about as a teenager. That definitely did not matter as soon as I was out of high school.
High school's rough. High
Yeah.
school is a very rough period for sure.
I would go to 18-year-old me and explain what carbohydrates are and the negative impact that they can have on your life as soon as your metabolism starts going down. So to cut out the carbs and sugar back then, to kind of keep it on the down low a little bit.
I unfortunately realized when I moved to the US what carbs really were.
Yeah, that's our main food group in the United States is carbs.
Big meals and extra large stuff and
That's
how
right.
how is this This is huge.
That's a small, right?
Yes. It's ridiculous. I came down here and I just so much good food though. Southern food is just amazing.
Oh, yeah,
so I,
yeah.
I ate a lot of food and biscuits, and
Is it better than French Canadian food?
I miss poutine. There's nothing to do.
Oh,
That's
yeah, we
French
don't- yeah, we
fries
don't have
and
that,
cheese
yeah.
and gravy. I miss
yeah.
that. But you know,
I've had
I
that.
miss my Tim Hortons, but biscuits and gravy and all kinds of yummy stuff down here.
Carbs with carb sauce.
Lovely.
What's your preferred pronunciation of Quebec?
Quebec is good because
Quebec.
it's the French way of saying
not
it.
Quebec.
English people will say Quebec, but either way, we understand you're talking about us. So,
I always want to speak as pretentiously as possible, so I always say Quebec.
so then
So-
you need Quebec, yes. Then keep the
Quebec.
French one, Quebec.
Quebec.
Yes.
Quebec.
So before I let you guys go, I want to thank everybody that's been here tonight, that showed up, that popped in, everybody that will listen to this, because we will put it on streaming platforms in about a month. I'm a lot of episodes to release, but I'll let you guys know when it's out. Before you guys go, anybody you want to say thank you to, shout out, anything you want to say, last words.
Hey, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. We're a bunch of fun people that make music, and find your own drummer, man.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
Thank you, Cody. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Sasquatch, for making our music what it is, and for all the dozens of people who have listened to our music. We love you.
Yeah.
well, hopefully we could get you guys a bit more people listening to your music. It's worth it. You guys are awesome people. The banter is incredible between you guys. It is nice to see you guys all having fun. And even though you're very quiet right there in the back, I could tell that the energy and the aura that you guys have is fucking beautiful. There you go. See,
thank you.
I did it.
There it is. Waited till the end.
I had done it till the end, guys, but there was the F-bomb.
Sorry, Grandma.
Thank you, Melanie.
You can go to bed now.
It was my pleasure, guys. Thank you so much, ThunderSleet, for being with us. This was the NYXUS Podcast, and we will see you on Monday for another live.
All right, thank you so much.
Good night, guys.